Resentencing proceedings have opened for a convicted felon who abducted a 5-year-old and abandoned her to die in the Florida Everglades. Welcome to Weekly True Crime News Mama. I'm Patty, breaking down the facts so you don't have to. For quick updates, check the shorts. For full case coverage, stay here. Like, subscribe, comment, and help us get to 400 subscribers. Let's get into it. A Florida man previously convicted of kidnapping and killing a 5-year-old girl by abandoning her in the Everglades, where she was fatally attacked by alligators, has returned to court for resentencing. Quatisha Candy Maycock was asleep in her bed on November 6, 1998, when Harrel Braddy entered the home, seized the child, and forced her into his vehicle while she was still dressed in her pajamas. Before taking the child, Braddy, now 76, brutally assaulted Candy's mother, Shandell Maycock, who was 22 at the time, beating her repeatedly and choking her until she lost consciousness multiple times, according to a filing with the Florida Supreme Court. Shandell was also forced into the vehicle, and as Braddy drove away from her apartment, she pulled Candy into the back seat and told her daughter they would attempt to jump from the moving car, the filing states. Court records from the Florida Department of Corrections show that Braddy had been released from prison just 1 year earlier after serving 12 years of a 30-year sentence for crimes including attempted murder, robbery, kidnapping, and burglary. According to the filing, Braddy, whom Shandell later told investigators had been helping her as a single mother after meeting him and his wife through a church group, warned her not to try to escape. When she opened the car door, Braddy allegedly accelerated, causing both Shandell and Candy to be thrown from the vehicle. As the injured pair lay on the roadway, Braddy stopped, returned, and told Shandell he would take them home, according to the filing. He placed Candy back inside the car but forced Shandell into the trunk, where she remained for approximately 45 minutes, while Braddy continued driving. When the vehicle stopped and the trunk was opened, Shandell said she realized they were on a remote dirt road. Braddy then pulled her from the trunk, assaulted her again, and told her he should kill her before choking her until she lost consciousness, the filing states. When Shandell regained consciousness the following morning, she flagged down a passing vehicle and immediately contacted police. Her daughter was nowhere to be found. 3 days later, on November 9th, a fisherman discovered the body of a young girl in an area of the Florida Everglades known as Alligator Alley. According to the filing, the body was missing an arm and bore extensive bite marks consistent with alligator and fish attacks. The victim was later identified as Candy, who had been thrown onto rocks near a canal and left to die. Braddy was sentenced to death by a Miami-Dade County jury following his 2007 trial. That sentence was overturned after a 2017 ruling by the U.S. Supreme Court, which found Florida's death penalty sentencing scheme unconstitutional. Since then, the law has been revised, and Braddy is among multiple death row inmates granted new sentencing hearings as a result. His resentencing trial began this week, and he again faces the possibility of receiving the death penalty, depending on the jury's recommendation. Under the revised statute, at least 8 of the 12 jurors must vote in favor of a death sentence, though the final decision rests with the presiding judge. Trial began Tuesday, January 20th, with prosecutors describing the extent of the injuries suffered by the child, according to the Miami Herald. Quote, teeth marks deep into the skull where an alligator attempted to bite her head, end quote, State Attorney Abby Rifkin told jurors during opening statements. He later described the victim saying, quote, she was 5 years old, she was intelligent, she was caring, she was sweet, just like Candy, end quote. Shandell Maycock was present in the courtroom and came face to face with the man convicted of killing her daughter. Prosecutors said Braddy believed Shandell would not survive the attack and abandoned the child in the Everglades wearing only her Polly Pocket pajamas because he feared she would later identify him. Quote, Quatisha is dead because Harrel Braddy killed her, end quote, Rifkin said. Quote, Shandell Maycock is alive by the grace of God, end quote. Those are the confirmed facts as they stand. Thanks for watching Weekly True Crime News Mama, your source for weekly true crime news and updates. If you found this video helpful or interesting, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next case update. Drop your thoughts in the comments. I love hearing your insights. Until next time, stay informed, stay aware, and stay curious.